cold in there, that's because we now have a freezer. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, it's nice to meet you. I'm Jane and my husband Mike is holding the camera. We're British early retirees. We have no debt, we've paid off the mortgage, and we live a thrifty, frugal and money-saving life here in Ord in the Occitanie region of the south of France. And every Friday we bring you something food related. Now, if you've watched a previous video of ours, you know that this is normally a no spend month, but we decided to spend some money to save some money, and we have bought our freezer. If you take a step back there, Mike, you can see it's as big as me. Big chest, a big tall freezer. It's not a chest freezer, it's a cupboard freezer. Anyway, this video this week is all about what have I bought to fill up this freezer and how did I maximize my spending to do that. I went to two supermarkets this morning. I went to Leclerc because they were having a sale, a discounted amount of pork today. A little story about that. I really wanted to buy some belly pork, but I didn't read the sales promotion properly. So when I got there, I thought, oh, I'm going to check this online, and read online and went, oh yeah. They were selling belly pork, but you had to buy a whole rack of it, and it was really, I think it was about €3 a kilo. So that's, what's that in dollars? That would be $1.50 a pound for belly pork on the bone with the skin on it, but you had to buy a whole lot. And I suddenly thought, I know I've got a new freezer, but I don't think I've got enough space for all of that. And each whole belly pork was €20, and I didn't want to spend all of that on one cut of meat. So read the advert properly, Mrs. Bat, honestly. But I did get some good pork offers. Chicken was on offer. I bought some beef. Beef was not on offer. Let's start down here with the beef. This is stewing beef. Slow cooked stewing beef. Can you believe it? That's all it is. That is a pound of beef. A pound of beef, that's $8.50. So $1 and €1 is about the same in value. So call that $8.50. And you can see I've got two £1 packs there. I picked out the leanest I could out of all of them. But then we've got to the good price stuff. So we've got here, we've got some leg joints. So this is lower on the leg joints. So two smaller leg joints, just enough for Mike and I. And that was $3.90 a kilo. Call that $2 a pound for roasting leg pork. And it doesn't look very big, that's just enough for Mike and I. And then I've got loin of pork joint here. I think it's loin. Let me just have a check of that. Category pork, it doesn't say what it is. Just long roasting joint. And that was just shy of €6 a kilo or $3 a pound. So that's really good. That was good. I have not seen this before. So Pays Basque. It's kind of Spain, it's kind of France. Vita Longoria, so it's Spanish. This is Spanish. Chicken was on offer this week at $7.95 a kilo. I could have waited till Thursday and gone to Lidl and got their chicken for $7.50 a kilo. So this is skinless, boneless chicken breast, $7.95 a kilo, or call that $4 a pound. But each of these are big enough that one of those would feed Mike and I. So I shall split those into 6 bags. And over here at $2.97, call that $3 a kilo or $1.50 a pound, I've got pork chops. These are on the bone. I'll split these into, we'll have 2 each, and I will put 4 in a bag and split those up. So I think I did okay. So we've got €4, $3.64, we've got here 8.45, 9.41, 7.93, 2.77, 1.88, and over here 8.44, 8.44. I've got meat there to fill up a whole drawer in my freezer, and I will split this into bags and pop it in the freezer. First of all, I bought a bunch of leeks, and the leeks were 1.66. Now I know I can buy frozen leeks, but I don't like the frozen leeks. So what I do is I buy them fresh and process them myself and then freeze them. Then I've got the celery was 2.29. I chop up all of that bit and put that all in one bag. And I chop up about half of that and put it in another bag. And I use this in things like bolognese. I've then got the rosti potatoes. These were 1.85. Oh, I don't think I said the prices of these, Mike. That was right. 2.29 for the celery, and it was 1.66 for the leeks. And then where are we here? Let me go through my list as I've got it. I've got a bag of green beans. That was 1.41. I think next time I'm passing, I'll buy a few bags of these because we get through a lot of them. The potatoes, the pommes rissoles, and the little cubey bits of potatoes. Really versatile. I put them in all sorts of things. This one over here, which is, they call it a potage mix for stew, for soup. I use that to make a beef stew, or a chicken stew, or a beef casserole, or a chicken casserole, or a pork casserole. That all goes in with it. And that one was 1.28 for that. That one was 1.28. The beans were 1.41. And the little chunks of potatoes were 1.15. This over here is carrots, celery, and I think there's courgettes in there as well. I add that to Italian sauce, like the bolognese sauce. So that was 1.15. I've got peas. Peas were 1.89. Rosti potatoes that I use in a lot of things as well. I make kind of an omelette, or I make a baked omelette. I can't think what that is called now. It will come to me another day. Having a mini menopausal moment there. And I put these rostis in there. And we would have these instead of having fries. And I just put these in the air fryer. Those were 1.85. And then I have the kilo bag of frozen mushrooms. Swear by these. Never bought fresh mushrooms since I've tried these. Zero waste from having these. And that was 1.47. And then last of all here, I have got the smoked sausages. These are absolutely superb. I will make a potato creamy bake with these. And you know, I'm having, you have to come up here a moment. Tell me, 50, 40-year-old, 60-year-old women, do you have days where your own language just flies out of your head? And you think, I know what I'm talking about. You know, you have the sausage and the potatoes and the onions and the cream. And it's like a tartiflette, but it's got smoked sausage in it. It's one of those. And the word has just absolutely escaped me. If I remember what it is, we'll get it on the screen below. Right. Obviously, everything's in the freezer now. Some of the meat was in pack sizes that was okay for us. I was going to cut the pork joint in half, but I think what I will do with that one is I'll cook the whole joint. We'll have that will feed us, half of it will feed us twice, and the other half of it I will just slice the meat and freeze it in gravy so we can just reheat it at any time. So let's show you what we have done. So you come down here. I had a pepper in the fridge that was starting to get soft, so I've chopped that, and that's going in the freezer. These are the leaves that we've chopped and washed off the celery. The celery's gone into 3 bags. The leeks, I've got the tops of the leeks in here as well because I chopped it down. They look fine. I just take the outside leaves off it. That's in 3 bags. The pork chops. We have the pork chops for a Sunday roast. We have 1 pork chop each on a Sunday roast. And then I usually do 4 meals. I put 2 meals under a dome, under their reheating domes. And we have ding cuisine, which means we have a Sunday roast on the Monday as well. So that's the meal packs for those. And obviously each chicken breast, you can see how big the chicken breast is there, is enough to feed us, both of us, to feed the 2 of us. So they're all bagged up. And those are all ready to go in the freezer. So the freezer is far from full, but it's got as much in it as I can afford to put in it. I've got meat, there's some of Mike's fish fingers in there, I've got potatoes in there, I've got some previous meat that I've frozen in there. I've got all my vegetables ready to go. I've got a drawer full of meat, and I've got a drawer full of frozen vegetables that are still opened. The alarm's going off because it's open and they want it shut. Thanks very much for watching. My freezer is something we really needed to buy. It's a big investment for us. It cost us €450, and that was one of the cheapest ones that we could find. Thank you for watching. It really does save me money, and I'm so pleased that we made the decision to get it. Now I've got a fridge and I've got a freezer at the bottom here. What I tend to do with the freezer at the bottom here is when I batch cook, I will freeze meals and put that in there. So if I make any bolognese sauce, if I make any lasagna, if I make any moussaka, I freeze those meals ready to go. Let me know how you use your freezer to save you money. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Don't forget to hit the like button, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.